Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Damo's Sports Show. It's good to be back again for another show. Got a lot to talk about. So let's get to it. Just add a few things. Right. So just had a few people jump on and whatnot. So. All right, so we'll talk about NRL. All right, so so this week, Saturday just gone, we had the Indigenous All Stars versus the New Zealand Maori team. Well, men and women. Didn't really get to see much of the women's game, but heard it was very, very entertaining and whatnot. The Indigenous side come out victors, 18 points. But I heard it was a very entertaining game. You know the score, but I forgot. I know the Knights. We'll talk about the Knights one. We had 4 representatives for the women. Check now. It was a man for the women. 18-8 to the Indigenous All Stars women. Yeah, it was a very entertaining game. I did see some part of it, but yeah. And the women, Indigenous women, took it out 18-8, and yeah, so congratulations to them. On to the men's All Stars game. Now that game was very entertaining, very interesting. Not a lot of action. It was close. As I can see here in the thing, there was a fair few send-offs and a lot of punch-up, a lot of biffs. Gotta bring back the biff, mate. I think Andrew Fafita was in on a couple of them. Typical. What's not? Sin bins. Yeah, Andrew Fafita got sin binned for the Indigenous All Stars. Jordan Rapana from the New Zealand Maori side. And late in the second half, Jesse Ramian got sin binned from the Indigenous All Stars. Typical. Right? But anyway, it was a very close game. In the end, the New Zealand Maoris took it out 16-10. Very tight finish in the last 10 minutes when the Indigenous scored that try to make it a 4-point game. Or 6 points, sorry. And then check out the tries. Tries to Jesse Ramian. Jesse Ramian in the 12th minute. That followed by Andrew Fafita getting sent off in the 19th minute. Along with Jordan Rapana. That was that big biff that you're seeing if you watched it. And then the Indigenous got a penalty goal in the 20th minute. And then Cody Nikarima, sorry, misspelt. That was converted. And then Jesse Ramian got sent off in the second half. Joseph Tapine scored in the 55th minute. That's probably when he got sent off. And was converted by Cody Nikarima. And the last try for the whole game, virtually, was by Tyler Salon from the Indigenous side. Yeah. Wasn't a lot of points scored, but it was very entertaining. And I'll put it to everyone out there that's watching. Where do you think it should go for 2023, the All Stars game? Some are saying that it should go to New Zealand, albeit that COVID restrictions and all that whatnot. If it can't go to New Zealand, where else do you reckon it could go? Let me know in the comments. Because yeah, I've heard a lot of people have said like New Zealand, like for the All Stars Maori, take it back there, so their people can attend and get to watch it and whatnot. And but if not, I've heard people say Newcastle, because we're very Indigenous and whatnot. Got a lot of Indigenous people and a lot of few Maoris and all that. Very multicultural and all that. Newcastle is. Some are saying Queensland, Suncorp, but hasn't it been in Queensland for a fair few years? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Because I swear it's been in Queensland for a while. I know it's already been to Newcastle, but that was when it was the All Stars, right, from every different team of the NRL. It wasn't the New Zealand Maoris versus Indigenous one like it is now. It was back then. It was like, for instance, like James Graham and all international players were the All Stars that made up the All Stars team. So yeah, so let me know in the comments. Yeah, in other news, or suspension, Jordan Rapana was the only one that got more or less cited. He'll miss the start of the season for the Raiders. Yeah, so. And also in signing news that I've seen during the day, Warriors back rower Josh Curran has had his contract extended to the end of 2024. So that's good for Warriors fans and the whole team. As I know, they're still in Queensland and can't go back home. So yeah, another year in Australia because of New Zealand's border and COVID stuff over there. Let's talk about the trials for this weekend, starting on Friday. Just pulling it up. All right, so Friday, we've got Raiders Roosters. I'm hearing the Raiders team has a very strong lineup, and the Roosters, well, I think that's more or less their bogey, New South Wales Cup side. I don't know. I haven't really checked the team out, but yeah, I'm gonna tip in that one the Raiders, and then followed by because this is a doubleheader at Leichardt. We've got the Tigers versus Manly. That will be interesting to see. An interesting game. I'm gonna go. Sorry. Manly in that one, and then we move on to Saturday. How many Saturday? 1, 2, 3 games on Saturday. Got Storm versus Warriors down in Melbourne. This one at Casey Fields. I've been here in Storm. It's not a very big lineup with all the big stars. So yeah, but I still think the Storm will get it done over the Warriors. So I'm going to tip the Warriors. Storm, sorry. And then at 6 o'clock, up in Cairns at Barrel Park, Rabbitohs versus Cowboys. That's a hard one. I don't know. I know, I think leaning towards the Rabbitohs in that one. And then to end the Saturday games, we've got the Titans and Broncos at Seabus Super Stadium. Ooh, two sides. I'm thinking Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos. Yeah. So yeah, and then Sunday, got two games on Sunday at Combank Stadium. Well, they're both at Combank Stadium. Sharks and Panthers. I'm gonna go Panthers. Right. I think they won't have a full strength side. I think it'll be like a more or less. They might have a few players, but I don't think it'll be the whole team. I'm going to go Panthers in that one. Then to end that one, to end the games on Sunday, Eagles versus Dragons. Hmm, oh, no, Dragons or Eagles. I'm going to go Parramatta. Actually, not a big fan of Parramatta, but I think Parramatta will get the job done in that one. And then to end out round one of the trials, the Knights versus the Bulldogs. Knights all day, every day. So yeah, be good to see how Addo goes with the Bulldogs. Still don't think he'll. I think he'll take time to click because he hasn't got the players that he's had at Melbourne. Who knows? He might, but not predicting it. Not yeah. Anyway, yeah. So those are the trials. They're all going to be on Fox Sports and KO if you have KO or either one. So yeah, so you'll get to see all the trials, round 1 and 2. There's only round 3 trials. There's only 2 weeks of trials. So yeah. All right. So we'll get on to the Super Bowl. Oh, wow, Super Bowl. If anyone watched the Super Bowl, that was a great game. Very close, especially at the end, right, where it come down to the last minute for the Los Angeles Rams to win it. In the end, there are a lot of penalties thrown at the Cincinnati Bengals, and yeah, it's just too much for the Rams, for the Bengals to cope with it. The Rams had too much star power. They both did, but I just think the Rams they were on the Cincinnati Bengals touchdown zone, and yeah, it was a good game, like very close, but yeah, Rams took it out, 23-23 point win to the Rams. They become the Super Bowl champions. Did anyone? Wonder if anyone who watched it. Let me know. Right, now I'll get on to the halftime show. Oh, wow, halftime show. That was like if you aren't into the NFL, if you watched it, it was good. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, well, go onto YouTube, go onto the NFL YouTube page, and it'll have up there. Watch it. Good 15 minutes of nostalgia, hip hop. If you're a big fan of either Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, and who was the other one? Oh, I forget. But yeah, it was the best. I'd hate to be the next halftime performer for Super Bowl 57 in Arizona next year, because they got a lot to live up to. So yeah, it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I was rocking out to it, dancing along in my lounge room to 50 Cent, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Drop It Like It's Hot. I had to say that. It was good. Yeah, so if you can, I'd recommend going and checking it out because it is very, very thumbs up. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Like, yeah. In So get on to football news. This morning, Manchester United played Brighton Albion Hove, and at halftime it was 0-0. Thinking me as a Manchester United supporter going into halftime, thinking what's going to happen. Like, it was a very close game, like in that first half. Either way, few few missed opportunities in the first half for United, but second half, I think they knew what they had to do. Um, and top man Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first goal for 2022. He missed a few sitters, right? And he was very shitty with himself. So, and then because the week before, Man United was up 1-0. I think it was about 20 minutes ago, and then I think we conceded and ended up a draw. So it was good to get a win this morning, get all 3 points, and confirm our spot in the top four for another week. And next Monday, I think Sunday morning, Man United play Leeds United. That'll be a big game. Looking forward to watching that. Yeah, so mm, yeah, so all right, let's go through. Get some news on the NRL app. Just looking here on the NRL app. Broncos coach Kevin Walters is. I'll read it. Broncos coach Kevin Walters is looking to make a statement against the Titans this weekend as he unleashes Katoni Staggs, Payne Haas, Kurt Catewell, Pat Carrigan, and new recruit Ryan James. Wow. Carrigan will make his first grade appearance since suffering a serious knee injury. Since suffering a serious knee injury in the round 9 last year, while Staggs is campaigning, camping at the bit, champing at the bit after playing just 4 games in 2021. Yeah. Just loading this out. um, yes, it's on. Who's out there? Um, mm, oh well, I think that'll be it. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll be back for another show next week.